Kashyap Pujar of Enam Direct is with us now. Kashyap, morning. The market's been looking a bit tired these last couple of weeks. Do you think it's bracing for a bit of a correction after this earnings season, or you remain bullish into the last quarter of the year?
See, if you look at the markets, I think they are going to remain choppy, especially, and it's going to be more driven by, earnings surprises, liquidity and global cues in the near term. But if you look at earnings, I think if you look at the next 2 quarters, a lot of investors, I think, are yet sitting on cash. Funds are sitting on cash. And if you look at, YOY effect, I mean, last year, fourth quarter, that is the third quarter and the fourth quarter, which is typically the December and the March quarter, saw a sudden drop in, in the economic activity post Lehman Brothers. So most of the quarterly numbers, there were very disappointing. And as we enter into the next quarter, that is the December quarter and the March quarter going ahead, you're going to see that YOY effect coming in, and you're going to see a stellar set of numbers coming in. So my sense is that, okay, though this might be a choppy phase in the near term, you might see earnings surprises continuing in the next couple of quarters. And to that extent, I think markets will take a recognition of that. If you look at a year plus kind of scenario, I think most of the Sensex EPS estimates are going to get revised upwards, be it in 2011 or 12. I think most of the EPS estimates are bound to get revised upward, and hence I strongly believe that probably next time, next year, this time around, we might be seeing a new top on the markets.
Kashyap, morning. Would there be an earnings upgrade though in the infrastructure and capital goods space, you think? What's your call there?
I think I'm pretty optimistic on the long-term India story as far as infrastructure is concerned. See, I think if you look at the bull market, the structural bull market is in place. The key pillars of a bull market would be corporate earnings on one side. You will have economic activity on another side. And the third and the most important leg is the liquidity leg. So I think as long as these three legs continue, which is the case today, I don't see any reason why, earnings won't come through. I think the last and the final effort would be that government in its budget forthcoming needs to continue its, aggression, be it on fiscal cleanup, disinvestment, infrastructure push. I think if that continues, corporate earnings are on track, and if we see the liquidity going forward, similar to the liquidity that we saw in the last quarter or so, I am reasonably optimistic that we might see a new top in the next year.
There have been a few concerns, Kashyap, after the infrastructure numbers for the current quarter, with stocks like JP Associates, Punj Lloyd getting hit quite a bit post declaring numbers. Even L&T was not very well received. Any concerns at all which you have as a house on this space?
So I think as a house, we are very optimistic on the infrastructure space, especially, be it the construction side, on the road side, or probably even on the power side. So as a house, we continue to remain very optimistic. I think one should look at, 2-year horizon rather than a quarter-to-quarter horizon. I don't want to get into, specific stock comments, but I think it's more, reasonable to have a 2-year view rather than a quarterly view on companies.
So when you say that you expect the market to be trading at new highs by next year, Kashyap, how early do you think that might happen? The first 2 quarters itself?
I think we'll have to see largely markets rise, mirror the corporate earnings. So I think as long as we see corporate earnings kicking in the next 2-3 quarters, we see the budget actually propelling the thrust going forward on infrastructure creation. I think probably by the end of the next year, that is, towards the calendar end, we might see, a new top purely because people will start factoring in 2011 and start looking at 2012 numbers. So it's quite likely that if you look at the next year by December, we might be in a new territory purely because you will start discounting 2012. So as long as your corporate earnings continue, which is the most critical element, and your government actually continues its effort, I think we might be there.
We have a monetary policy coming up in the next 45 minutes, Kashyap. What's your sense of how this interest rate trajectory might play out over the next 3 to 6 months? And do you think the stock market has adequately priced in the prospect of rates hardening somewhere down the line?
See, our sense is as a house that it might, they just might maintain the status quo on the interest rate front. And currently we are seeing a reasonable liquidity in the system. So let's see how loan demand growth shapes up over the next 2 quarters, and I think then it's more apt to take a call then. But as of now, we expect the largely the status quo to be maintained.
In terms of earnings though, Kashyap, what is your prime overweight right now by way of the sector?
I think banks look pretty optimistic. Oil and gas also, though it's more driven by crude, the view of how the crude prices shape up. But I think oil and gas, banking looks pretty good over the over the near term or over the near to medium term kind of a view. That's I think that will continue giving reasonably good earnings accretion.
Slipping a bit again for the market, so it's below 49.50. It's down almost 100 points for the Sensex. And aside from metals, real estate is looking quite nervous. Unitech has already lost about 4% yesterday. It loses about as much this morning. DLF is looking a little soft. From amongst these rate sensitives, I think realty is going in the most tender to the policy.
It is, but I wonder whether there is some genuine fear that there could be some risk weightage hike in real estate loans. But that aside, Mithali, I think high beta is generally recoiling a little bit. The market has been tired. Infrastructure results have not been very good. Infrastructure real estate tends to move hand in hand. And I think there's a little bit of aversion towards high beta now because people don't know whether this is the start of a bigger correction or the markets will hang around in this zone. So you can see that the high beta sectors like real estate and infrastructure have just come off a little bit. And the ones which are performing now, once again, FMCG, pharmaceuticals, and IT. You look at the last few days, those are the spaces which are attracting more and more capital. So there probably is a little bit of a defensive tilt to the portfolios of a lot of people now, till the market says that, it's time to move once again, in which case money will come right back to the high beta space. Even metals are correcting.
Yeah, so they are. Kashyap, what's your call on real estate?
See, I think real estate from a 2-year perspective looks to be good. I think most of the companies have raised capital, so to that extent I think a lot of balance sheets have got repaired, and to that extent net worth has gone up. So my sense is that they have the strength now to consolidate and carry on their projects. So I think from a 2-year perspective the real estate looks good. Probably the low cost housing or the medium scale housing, I think that seems to be the most promising segment as of now.
So what's the biggest risk to the market now, Kashyap, as you look out into the next couple of quarters? You say earnings are good, liquidity is fine. So what could derail this journey, if anything?
I think the most critical ingredient, I think right now going for, if you look at from the risk perspective, would be liquidity. I think if the liquidity gets, stymied, or, you start seeing exit policies, you start seeing liquidity getting sucked out, might be crude really blowing out, and actually liquidity getting choked in some fashion. I think that can be one of the biggest risks, according to me, to the markets, and I think that would be holding true for global markets as a whole. But emerging markets, I think liquidity would be the most important ingredient as of now. Second thing, I think, would be again the government intent. I think as to how they continue their pace of fiscal cleanup, the disinvestments, and the infrastructure push. I think if these, are the two largely most important ingredients, according to me.
Okay, Kashyap, thanks very much for joining in now.